Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. Being an educator myself, we have Ruth Glass from Lake Tahoe Schools in the studio. Thanks for joining us today, Ruth.
It's my pleasure.
How's everything going?
Terrific.
Now, I'm a firm believer in education. I'm a firm believer in kids because this is the future of America, as we heard so many times. And you guys got a great little gem right over there in Incline.
Yes, we do. We're recently, someone referred to us as the small school with the big education. So I'm very proud to be there. Right?
I like that. And first of all, let's talk a little about you. Now, how did you get into education?
As were your parents. My father's a teacher. I swore I'd never be one, and I've been in education for 40 years now. So,
well, congratulations. And you're originally from where?
Ojai, California.
Ojai, California.
And Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
And what a perfect fit.
It is indeed.
How you liking it here?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Couldn't pick a better place.
No.
Yeah.
No, when I was interviewing last spring, several people asked me why I would want to come to Lake Tahoe. And I finally said, well, why did you want to come to Lake Tahoe? It's all the same reasons.
Sure.
Find the right job here, it's the place to be.
The people are great here and everything.
Yes.
So, and you guys got this great little gem over there with all the press and the media weighing on the public school systems. You guys got a whole different entity going on over there.
We do. We really do. We are very fortunate in independent schools, which are run by a board of trustees, and it's so where each of us is independent from everybody else. We belong to an association or a couple of associations that accredit us. But basically, I'm in charge of our budget.
And that's great.
It's a huge advantage.
Because with all the restrictions and cuts and everything in the public school systems, you guys don't have any of that.
No. I can hire who I want, keep who I want, and assign them appropriately. So we have about 30 on our staff, 20 some teaching staff. We have enrichment teachers who are full-time, music, art, Spanish, PE.
It's such a valuable thing. Enrichment is huge because that's what the public schools are cutting.
Right.
That's great.
No, I have huge respect for public school administrators. I just admire what they do in the face of cuts made by powers beyond their control.
Sure. And how big is the school now?
We are 140 students right now. We're aiming at 160, 170 would be great. We start with 3-year-olds and go through 8th grade.
That was my next question. You're on top of it. So the instructor to student ratio has got to be great.
Yes. When you add all the, theoretically we're about 6 to 1, but if you add all the special ed teachers, it ends up about 4 to 1.
And that's such a huge contrast to the public school system right now, which is like 35 to 1.
Right.
So what do you think is the most valuable point of an independent type school?
I think that we know our children so well. Again, you talked about the numbers.
Right.
We've got, our average class size is about 15. So every child is known, sometimes more than they wish they were known.
Kind of followed them around.
Exactly.
Can't get away with anything.
Exactly.
Parents love hearing that. They're like, oh, I love that idea.
They do. It's the, as I say to kids sometimes, I know all and see all. That's my job. But, no, so we know how everybody learns. We can sit down with kids. We can sit down with their parents. We have a real partnership with parents.
And that's so valuable. The partnership with the parents, that's where it all starts, is at home. I mean, I'm a firm believer. When I used to teach, that was huge. And so, and then you start preparing these kids for college.
We do. Well, and for high school, we go through 8. So our kids go to a variety of schools. They go to, a number go to Incline High and do very well. We were just hearing some of the placement statistics for the high school seniors graduating and going on in Tufts and Cornell. And we've got kids in
all the big schools.
We do. And then some go to boarding school, especially some of our skiers. We have a special program for skiers who are really competitive, and their parents don't want them to be homeschooled, so they stick with us and we work.
Well, Ruth, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
It is TahoeSchools.org. For more information, Ruth Glass, go see her, and for more information. We'll be back with more Tahoe Tonight right after this.